What's up guys, and welcome to a brand new video. So here recently I started to think about Xbox Game Pass. I've been thinking about how it works and makes money, and as I was pondering this very idea, I started to shake my head, and at that moment I had a thought, or rather a question, and that was, is Xbox Game Pass sustainable for the future? So to answer this question, I think we need to start off with whether or not Game Pass will be profitable. Game Pass is currently available in 3 different subscriptions: Xbox Game Pass and Game Pass for PC for $10 a month, and Xbox Game Pass Ultimate for $15 a month. It was recently reported that Game Pass has 9.5 million subscribers. Calculating this using $10 per subscriber, you get $95 million per month. Multiplying that by 12, you get $1.1 billion per year. And that number is only accurate if all subscribers kept the service for the entire year. But do keep in mind that this is not the only money Xbox makes in a year, as they do make money off of game sales, Xbox Live, and selling peripherals like controllers, headsets, and adapters. But to keep this simple, we are only going to calculate what we need to. For this video, we are also going to ignore a lot of the expenses that Xbox has, such as general employee salaries, taxes, and other basic expenses that come with running a business. The reason being is that many of these have been paid for years using money from Xbox Live and profits from selling games. And some of you might be thinking, well, Game Pass is going to reduce game sales, and for those who thought of that, you get a golden star, and we will be talking about this later on in the video. But for now, the expense that really coincides with Game Pass is the development of new first-party games. This is a bit of a hard one to calculate, as different games cost different amounts. For instance, Halo 5 cost over $10 million to make, Gears of War Judgment and Forza 7 cost around $60 million each. It on average takes most companies around 18 to 36 months to make a game, so these costs are spread through a couple of years, fortunately. But Xbox has recently increased their number of in-house studios by nearly double, now having 13 studios under them making games. And so with more studios and more games means more cost to make those games, of course. So to calculate this, let's say that each game that is currently being worked on right now costs $75 million, and to be honest, I think that number is probably a bit high. That roughly equals out to be $975 million. But that is in 1 year, and not all of these games are going to drop in 1 year. So let's just say that these games take about 3 years to release each, then that number would be roughly $325 million for the development of new first-party games each year. And that is a bit less than a third of the $1.1 billion that we calculated earlier for what Xbox will earn off of Game Pass. But one other thing to remember about Game Pass is that not every game on Game Pass is created by Xbox. Many third-party AAA and indie games go to Game Pass as well, and they need to be paid. Xbox Game Pass pays each developer an amount of money per every hour their game is played through the service. And this is kind of where the speculation comes into play, as I could not find any numbers on how much a developer gets paid per hour, but more importantly, how many hours get played on Game Pass for non-first-party games. So overall, this is kinda a toss-up. In addition, that $1.1 billion is also most likely going to be taxed as well as shared between third-party developers. But let's bounce back real quick to whether or not Game Pass will reduce game sales. Short answer is yes, but I don't think it really matters. The reason is that Xbox will still make a good profit on third-party games, as many of those titles won't come to Game Pass at all, or if they do, it won't be until a few months after release. And most of a game's sales are a few months after release. Not to add that when a game hits Game Pass, many consumers will still prefer to buy those games for $40 on sale later on, rather than paying $10 a month for Game Pass. That is why out of 57 million average Xbox Live users, only 9.5 million are subscribed to Game Pass. So for third-party games, Xbox will still make money off of those sales. It will be reduced a bit, sure, reduced enough that Game Pass won't be able to make up the loss. I don't really think so. But where this idea holds more weight is with Xbox's first-party exclusive titles. With all first-party titles now coming to Game Pass on release, I think it's safe to say that Xbox exclusive sales will be reduced heavily. But I think Game Pass will make up for this as well. The reason being is that most of the average consumers will only buy a couple of games each year. And I seriously doubt the majority of casual gamers are going to go and buy Forza 4, Gears of War, and Halo Infinite. Many casual gamers are going to choose Call of Duty, Battlefield, and Fortnite. So Game Pass is a way to lure in a casual gamer to play a game that he might have never gotten into before, but is willing now for $10 a month and access to 99 other games. And because of this, Xbox will now make money that they would have never gotten before. Of course, Xbox will lose out on sales from the hardcore audience, but the casual consumer is a much more bigger market pool. So in conclusion, Xbox will still make a sizable profit on third-party game sales, and they will still make just as much money with Xbox Live as they have always done. I think it's pretty safe to say, by the increase that we've seen of subscribers to Game Pass in this last year, as well as the numbers that we have calculated, that chances are Xbox Game Pass is very much sustainable, and if it's not, it soon will be. And as time goes on, I think we will see an even bigger increase of subscribers, as Xbox is currently developing the xCloud, a service that will allow you to play Xbox games on your mobile phone or tablet using a Wi-Fi connection, as well as their recent push in the PC market. Overall, Game Pass seems to be doing wonders all across the industry, with consumers having more games for less money than ever before, Xbox doubling down on the service, providing an even greater deal with Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, and many developers openly talking about the service positively. 2019 so far has been a great year for gaming, and I personally cannot wait to see what the future brings to the industry next. Thanks for watching. Please let me know what your thoughts on Xbox Game Pass are. Do you think it is sustainable? Are you currently subscribed? And if not, what is holding you back? If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe so you never miss out on any of my future videos. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Peace out, guys.